So, I know I said that October was going to be a no-bot month, but then that Kapow sale happened. Now, there was a number of items on there that I was thinking about getting. I saw that the hands and feet for Combiner Wars Computron was on there for like 15 quid, and I was really tempted by that. And as I was scrolling down, I saw there was a red alert on there for £45, which is great. I actually need one of those for my Masterpiece collection. And then scrolling down, I then saw the thing that I ended up buying. I saw this at TF Nash for 85 quid, and I really regretted not picking it up. And then when I saw it on there for 75 quid, with about 45-50 quid in my PayPal account, I thought it's too good to pass it up, because I did want one. So it's another third party, my third DX9 figure, and it is, well, it's the Terror version, which is a Shattered Glass Rodimus Prime. I read the Shattered Glass comic the other day on YouTube. Someone had filmed each page, and it was okay. It was okay. I like the concept more than the actual delivery of the story in there. It is quite a short thing, but the concept is great, quite fun, and it's good to see another angle on our existing characters. Now, before I get into Terror, let me talk through a little history of Rodimus. So, this dude, I'm sure everyone's either seen him or got one of these, is the G1 Rodimus Prime. There was a charity shop up the road from me. I say charity shop, second-hand shop, which is now a barber's, believe it or not. And I walked past there one day, and with my dad, and I was about, God, 7 or 8, and I spotted this guy in the window, and he was missing this part, and this isn't exactly the same one. I bought another version that was in better nick, because I wanted this part and I wanted the gun that was missing from it. But that was my first Rodimus Prime, and even though looking back at it now with its kind of boggly eyes and the fact the head won't stay up straight and he's a bit tall and thin, it was a cool toy and one I always used to play with. I actually picked up a from the same shop at the same time, Chainclaw, I think his name is. I think, but anyway, the only time I've ever seen that figure. So yeah, so he was the first Rodimus I had, and when I started to get into the MP figures, and I got an Optimus Prime, I was looking for a Megatron, but I weren't sold on the Masterpiece version, which I now have now. And I obviously have a Mitron, which is probably a better, well, definitely a better version of Megatron than that. On eBay, I was trawling through and I spotted this guy up the road from me. I think he was about 80 quid, which is the Hasbro Masterpiece Rodimus Prime. Not with the trailer. I haven't got the trailer for it. I've never transformed him. I never want to transform him. He's flimsy. He unclips as soon as you move him. He's not very poseable. But it was the only offer for Rodimus. So I picked him up. Do I regret buying him? Probably yes. Especially when the next guy come out, which was, well, it was Masterpiece Hot Rod. Here he is. He landed on the floor and now his tail fin's the wrong shape, so there we go. But there he is in his mode, shooting down the hijacked Autobot ship with the Decepticons on, like out the movie, but there you go. And he's a cool figure as well. He cost me £50 off eBay. I think it was £50, £40, £50. Was second hand. I was told it was light new, but he's got a big chip on his chin, which I might try and touch it with a little bit of paint at some point. But anyway, I really like the carry mould. I've never actually seen one on the flesh, but from all the pictures I've seen, I really, really wanted to pick up a carry. But I couldn't justify buying another Rodimus Prime because I've got Hot Rod, I've got a Rodimus Prime, and I didn't want to have a display cabinet with 3 versions of the same character in that all are basically exactly the same. Which is why when I saw Terror and I read the comics, then I thought, great, it's an excuse for me to get that mould, which I've heard is a great toy. And here he is. And he is everything that Masterpiece Rodimus Prime isn't. So he's solid. He feels solid in hand. He's got a bit of weight to him. You can shake him about. There's nothing flimsy on there. The backpack fits together well and holds in place. The chrome's really, really good. The hands are actually meaty and they can hold on to something. And it's a great figure. It's not to the standards of Mitron, but I kind of expected that because this was an earlier third-party figure from DX9. Just like how Tyrant is a great figure, but again, he's not quite at the level. The tolerances aren't quite there on the fingers like Mitron is. Mitron is just an epic figure. And this guy, I mean, speaking of Mitron, looks amazing with his Mitron scythe in his hands. It actually feels at home there, and much, much better than the weapon he comes with. Now, going back to Masterpiece Rodimus, there is one good thing about that figure. It is this guy. He's a cool little target master. He doesn't plug in car mode as it says it does, but I'll be honest, I've never transformed him, so apparently he doesn't plug in car mode. But he's a cool little figure, even if you don't transform him into a gun. This figure. Now I know that they, from the carry mold, they've added in like this as kind of like the scythe. It doesn't work as a gun to me. You can't hold it, you can't pose it. It's not very good. Now, to be honest, I don't really care about this thing. It was just an added bonus to have one in there. But if it's a battle between this dude and this dude, then to me this dude wins more. It's just a better figure all round. And I mean, just some of the, the transformation's clever on this thing, but it doesn't transform into anything that's meaningful. So what's the point in it? Probably isn't one. So yeah, so DX9's Terror. Do I recommend him? Yes. If you're thinking about getting a Rodimus Prime figure, which one would I suggest? If I'm honest with you, if you want a Rodimus Prime figure, then pick up the carry version of this, because it is solid. It's a great toy and it transforms into his proper alt mode. If you want a hot rod version, then get the MP hot rod, because that's a great little figure as well. So yeah, this has kind of been a little kind of comparison, kind of update video. I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. And I'm going to go and play with my Terror.